and hello everyone, welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we have a mystery tournament from Majora's Mask Randomizer, Season 1, the quarterfinals game 1 out of best of 3, between Marco and PixelShake92. Tracking today we have Nero Insurgent and the other section, and for the amazing commentary we have Captain MD13 and Pineapple. How are you doing?
It's morning already.
Yeah, I'm struggling with it a bit myself.
Nah, I kid, of course. It's always a good time for Majora's Mask Rando. Pineapple, welcome to the comm booth.
Oh, thank you so much. Couldn't be here with a better person.
Oh, thank you. But welcome aboard, folks. We hope to bring you yet another fantastic race in this mystery tournament. We have had some interesting developments already. We saw sparkles in the stock pot in mask, and we know that stray fairies are randomized in some way, as Clocktown stray fairies a silver rupee today. Let the fun begin.
Yes, very excited to see how that's going to bring this seed forward. Is there anything you're hoping to see this seed, Captain?
You know, I haven't seen a boss remain shuffle yet.
There was one, I think it was like a week before Christmas. There was a boss remain shuffle in one of the pools, I believe. And I think the seed ended in either under an hour or just over an hour.
All right, well, we got hookshot on the clock tower, but we do not have hit spots. So it looks like it's just a freestanding rupee shuffle of some kind.
Yeah. Probably get a better idea of that once they get out into Termina.
Indeed.
Marco going for that 100 rupees, too.
Yeah, getting a free wallet injection right at the start here is not a bad idea in comparison to PixelShake's 1.
Especially when we don't know what's happening with Shop Sanity yet.
Ooh, so seeing a green rupee, that's a good indication that something significant is shuffled.
What are you thinking, like pots or crates? I
I'm
guess we already know it's not.
I'm thinking overworld greens.
That would be spectacular.
All right, we're going to see bushes. Bushes! We got overworld greens!
Yep. And Marco on Team Buy a Shield.
And was that for a vanilla rupee cost?
I believe not.
All right, we've got also an Epona start.
I guess we'll see from Tingle here about the prices today. Yeah, vanilla prices.
Vanilla prices and no rupee injections, so we have no shop sanity.
Shop sanity.
But yeah, early projectile, early adult's wallet is really good. That just gives you free bank 1, immediate logical access to bank 500. Ooh, this is a banger right here. All right, so it looks like the rupees in Deku Playground weren't shuffled. We're going to get some hints now from Marco, which reads, Butler Race Items is way of the hero.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Let's just hope that scoops aren't randomized.
Oh, dear. Well, if this is a bottle, we can find out. But here in Termina Field Grotto, we got the Zora mask. Well, if there was any doubt that we needed projectiles early...
Hold on, I apologize. My cat is causing chaos. I'll be back in just a sec.
No worries. All right, what is that on the Clocktown tree? Red rupee? Okay, so yeah, overworld greens aren't shuffled, it looks like. So it looks like it's Keaton bushes at the very least. We're gonna see the reds on this tree over here. I think the reds are shuffled too. Overworld
I think
reds
that's
are
pretty
shuffled.
confirmed.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. We're getting some spice here, folks.
I think red shuffled isn't too bad though. Those ones kind of stick out in the mind at least.
Indeed. All right, we got more hints. West Clocktown Wath. Laundry Pool Wath. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
And Boat Archery is dead.
Keep in mind, though, that could be a laundry pool wath for the red rupees on night 2.
It is that it's either that or Guru Guru. That's the most likely. But
Yeah.
the ones you really want, if you're the folks at home, is on Letter to Cafe checks.
Yes, very true.
On the note of this track, shoutouts to the Paper Mario Randomizer. That became a thing in 2022.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job. They also have some weekly races that are very interesting.
Indeed. All right, so it looks like Pixel wants some Deku sticks here, because, yeah, we actually have no sword and shield.
Yes. Fortunately, they can get around that, at least for soaring, with the Deku sticks.
All right, so right now I've got on my settings list Overworld Red Rupees and Keaton Grass. Nothing else too particularly crazy.
Nothing yet.
All right, we got another hint coming up that reads, Anju and Cafe leads to Red
Oh,
Rupees.
no.
That means we have potentially long quests.
Oh, no. I don't believe we've seen a starting song.
We have Epona start.
Epona. Excellent. That is so fascinating, starting with Epona and no sword.
Indeed. So yeah, with Epona, we can at least check Great Bay Coast Grotto. We have Hookshot.
Mm-hmm.
So once we get an explosive, we can check out Ocean Spider House. I haven't seen any Skulltula tokens, and you would think that those would be... You would think we'd see one now if Token Sanity was enabled.
Yeah. And it's not enough checks to really know if we have Song Sanity or Boss Remain Shuffle on yet.
Yeah, it's a little... Although, if Boss Remain Shuffle is enabled, all bets are off.
Yes.
Because then they're literally... The remains are literally only needed to get to the final bosses with... Now, Butler Race items Wath, that would be nice if we got Oldawa's remains early, because what that essentially lets you do is go to the dungeon, and it automatically enables the warp to the boss. So what that does is you can just complete the dungeon quickly, pick up the Deku Princess, assuming, you know, that's not randomized, and get Butler out of the way.
If bottle scoops are on, is it possible to have Princess Scoop makes eggs?
Yes.
Because that's probably the most heinous thing I can think of, and I
think,
do not wish that on the runners.
Yeah, I think it can pretty much be anything. The scoops can be randomized in any fashion.
Wow. Because I think the bottle scoops have been the hardest one for me to adjust to.
They are definitely hard to adjust to. Okay, and yeah, Marco just confirmed it there with Town Archery that hit checks are definitely disabled, which is actually kind of a blessing in disguise. There are some really obscure hit checks out there. I remember in the first mystery race we restreamed that had him enabled, I think we had a ranch hit check that ended up being progression.
I feel like it was Deku or something like that.
Oh, chat brings up interesting note there that if eggs is if Deku Princess is eggs, if Deku Princess Scoop results in eggs, then it's not required.
Interesting.
Eggs turning into Deku Princess is another story.
Yes. And with that early Zora, it's not out of the question just yet.
You know, actually, that's a good point. We can already get to Pirate's Fortress.
Yeah.
And I don't think crates and barrels were shuffled. I'm pretty sure somebody rolled through one of those already.
Yeah, they I think it was Pixel, because whoever went to Laundry Pool first, when they hit that crate that's behind Guru Guru, that was Vanilla.
All right, I think Marco's probably going to Song of Double Time here to go to night 1 because they're pretty much done with all of their day 1 sweeps.
Yeah. I am curious to see how he handles saving Bomb Lady.
All right, we are getting the Guru check nice and early here, and it yields another red rupee. So,
Okay. Pretty money heavy. Still helpful in its own way.
All right, out of the way, Postman. We got work to do.
I was thinking that Marco might have needed a couple more rupees, but that's not the case. He does not have a sword.
Yeah, we can't do sword school without something to cut logs with.
Yeah, he gets very mad if you try to use a Deku Stick.
You know, you would think the hookshot would be sharp enough to just do it itself.
I know. Just
a
very unhelpful Greg.
Yeah, that's now 3 we've seen.
Yeah.
Make it 4. I think Marco got that too, but that is an awfully alarming large number of green rupees.
Yes.
Chat's saying they saw 5, so... Ugh.
Pixel getting a little too close to that Bomber Kid.
Alright, well, looks like Bomber Kids wasn't progression either, so...
I mean, to be fair, we have a lot open to us already.
That's true. With Zoramask, we can go, like we said, we can go into Pirate's Fortress. We can check,
Right.
and with Hookshot, too. There is actually a good number of things we can do in there.
We have almost the entirety of West open.
Alright. Looks like a purple rupee for lottery, so it doesn't look like mini games is particularly shuffled.
Would that mean that we're not going to get a Beavers this seed?
It means Beavers 2 is irrelevant.
Okay.
Beavers 2 is only enabled if minigame prizes are shuffled.
Okay, so I can still hold out hope for Beavers 1.
Yes.
Excellent.
To answer your question, Chad, currently the settings we've seen are Keaton Grass, checks enabled, and Overworld Red Rupees. That's about it at the moment.
Marco also trying to stock up on Deku Sticks.
Pixel's going to be given 1 rupee for nailing the Postman game.
I think that is not exactly a just reward. That's a pretty hard minigame.
There's another green rupee on the bomb shop.
Wow. Just a whole seed full of Gregs.
And yeah, as Fox also points out, we also have chess fairies and long quests enabled, so...
We could have a frog quest on our hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the frog quest is definitely the most concerning thing. Luckily, though, it is an always hint, if that is enabled. So we will eventually find out what's on it. Assuming both of the hints for it aren't in some place really stupid.
Yes. My favorite combination is the back of Swamp Spider House and the Akana Canyon one.
Alternatively, Iconic Canyon and Springtime.
Yes.
Ooh, this behat's given Marco a little bit of trouble here.
Those hitboxes are rough.
But yeah, this start is... I mean, besides the West being open, this start is honestly pretty trash. Like, we really don't have a lot to work with here.
Pixel also still has yet to get their Zora mask, so they're probably head-scratching a little harder than Marco right now.
Indeed. All right, Dempe is dead. We've not seen a Foolish, interestingly.
Yeah.
Ranch Sisters are dead. Haven't seen too much Ranch Sisters lately.
It's disappointing. I want to see more aliens.
Now, I'm trying to remember, and chat can help me out on this, what is necessary for the Keaton grass to be considered? Oh, hey, there's a sword.
And magic power.
Milk Road Tingle, stacked as usual when it's not Shop Sanity.
Wow. What a helpful tingle. Oh, that's going to make going west so much easier with Zora, too.
Indeed.
Marco still wanted to use sticks despite their Kokiri sword. Maybe we find out. Yep. I'd say that looks like a waft down there.
Yeah, a keg? Gold rupee? And,
I'd say so.
And yeah, Pixel very wisely holding off on picking up the gold rupee, most likely going to drop off the money at the bank and then come back for that gold rupee. That's a great spot for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, keg is dead. Keg is like 99% chance that's the wath for laundry pool.
Right. And now we may get to see why West Clocktown is wath.
Oh yeah.
Well,
a fetch quest.
Get to see a fun chain.
Oh yes. It's also not looking like, as Chad points out as well, that we're pretty unlikely to see Song Sanity at this point.
Yeah, going this many checks without seeing anything.
All right, Moon's tier trading leads to a purple rupee,
Nothing.
so the West Clocktown Wath is not satisfied yet. Okay.
Well, Marco now has access to the Swordsman game as well, so it could be that.
Oh, yeah. All right, so yeah, now Pixel's going to get the gold rupee. All right, Gorman Race.
Yeah, Gorman Race not really paying out. But we do have access to the bank too as well right now.
Indeed,
Logical
we do.
access.
Yeah, and with the extra gold rupee, PixelShake is going to have a head start on that. And that is something that has been interesting lately, if banks are very relevant, is that generally it's good to rush those early, especially when money is less of an issue. Because right now, Pixel's count was, what was that, 318?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So one more full gold rupee dump and that should do it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Letter to Cafe is dead. So yeah, keg confirmed wath.
Wow, already full clearing that laundry pool information. I can't quite tell what's up in that tree. Whatever it is, it looks like he's going for it.
Sure does. We're going to see our Road to Swamp checks. Looks like Pixel's electing to get money off to Curry. Or at least just a little while to Curry was close.
Well, they're about to find out that very helpful Keaton grass with Marco getting a bow.
Nice projectile locked bow there, game.
Very helpful.
Alright, bow's nice, because that gives us another minigame right now.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going for it.
So that gives us Honey and Darling Day 3, Town and Swamp Archery. Not too bad. PixelShake actually has just enough money to get the gold mine that is Milk Road Tingle.
Yes. Maybe it's just because it's early, but I seem to have already forgotten where that Zora mask was.
It was in that, it was in South Terma Field.
Okay.
It was that grassy grotto.
Yes.
And we'd like to welcome the folks coming from Chaotic Yosher to the stream. You are joining us in an early start of what is already a very interesting race in the Majora's Mask Randomizer Mystery Season 1 tournament, folks. And we've got a good one for you here today so far. We've got several settings confirmed enabled, including Keaton Grass, Chest Fairies, Long Quests, and Overworld Red Rupees. That just gave us that Keaton Grass just gave us a useless Mask of Sense. Is that a... Oh, it's the Ocean Title Deed. I was about to say, is that a compass? But I do believe Keaton Grass... I don't remember what the logic is for Keaton Grass. I'm pretty sure chat can help us out on that one.
In my experience... Oh, excellent.
Free time loss.
Love seeing that super early Bomber's Notebook. But in my experience for Keaton Grass... It seems that when you don't have spin attack or magic or anything to hit multiple, it gives you one thing. Yeah, but then it gives you like multiple items when you start taking out a bunch of pieces of grass. I feel like that's not the case, but that's just what seems to happen every time I do it.
All right, we're getting a look at Swamp Tingle now. I assume from both runners. Pixel's going to get the bow here. Nice blue and red rupee on Swamp Tingle. You know, kind of a letdown compared to what you were giving us in Milk Road.
I mean, we can't ask too much of Tingle. He's given us so much already.
That's fair. Including that adult wallet in Clocktown.
Yeah.
A sword is also nice, too, because now we don't have to excessively burn Deku sticks.
Yes. That was my experience in a seed yesterday.
Oh, and chat is saying there was a boss key on the tourist center.
Oh, that's one of the things I was hoping for. That made my wish list.
Oh no, and Pixel gets yeeted. Incoming. So yeah, because we have boss key shuffle, not again.
The double yeet.
Alright, so correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a red rupee in Swamp Spider House somewhere, so this makes a lot of sense that Marco is going to go check this. And also check to see if rupees and dungeons are shuffled, which, given how many greens we've already seen, you know, this is actually really not a bad idea.
Well, I believe with the hidden rupees on top of the pots, that's going to give you all the information you need. Marco remembering he doesn't have Deku.
Okay, so Keaton... Gunsour is enlightening us here. Keaton requires magic and sword for Keaton logic up to 8 pieces of grass. And the last one requires Great Spin.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Alright, this hint reads, Andrew and Cafe is dead. We knew that already.
The part that I am confused about with the Keaton Grass is when they first went to Milk Road. Every time they hit it, it was still just a red rupee. But then once they had the sword and magic, that's when it changed over to the Pig Mask and Ocean Title Deed, etc.
Well, I think it's because the first 2 Keaton Grasses just so conveniently happened to be red rupees.
Okay.
Alright, it looks like all dungeon rupees were not shuffled. All of those vases led to vanilla rupees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the rupee shuffle's not too extravagant today. Overworld Reds is pretty manageable.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but that does mean that we are going to have the what do they call the Gwei from Observatory in play here.
Yeah, we just need a dungeon song for that, since we have Epona already, right?
Different Gwei.
Okay.
Because you have the Gwei that you have to see in the observatory.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. You are correct that there is the other Gwei that I believe drops 1 red rupee at the end of his little cycle.
All right, well, we finally get a place we don't have to go to today, and it's Road to Icona. No Shiro today.
Oh, poor Shiro. Just gonna stay a stone. Marco also excited to check the Moonseer bait.
To answer your question, chat, it's actually pretty likely that the Gregs are coming from the other Keaton grasses, because if I'm not mistaken, there's... Actually, remind me again, is the same item pool in play for all 3 Keaton grass patches, or is every Keaton grass patch a different pool?
I believe they are each unique.
Okay. What items did they start with? Absolutely nothing, but there was a hookshot in the clock tower.
Oh, a lens.
A lens, another
Okay,
bow.
Another bow.
Some heart containers, which won't go amiss. Extra money. That should be enough for Marco to get bank 2 here.
I think he just realized that right after you said it.
Ain't that convenient?
Yeah. It's just always so nice when the runners are paying attention.
So yeah, now Marco's trying to get the rest, and the silver rupee is refillable too, so...
I think Marco is trying to get all of the items from that Keaton grass.
Yeah, right now,
Yes.
looks like... Yeah, so right now Marco's gotten up to 5 on that pass, but I think he's now going to dump those rupees. And yeah, we can also go with Gilded Sword or Great Fairy Sword to get Keaton 9 into Logic. But it looks like
Yes.
Pixel's got the same idea here.
There's that lens.
Okay, here we go. So 7 was Bow, 8 was Red Rupee.
A red
Okay.
rupee.
So that's all the ones we have in Logic for now. And we're going to see Marco crash into the observatory out of Logic here. Actually, no, this is in Logic. We could just get the code from Bomber Kids. I'm thinking about the bomb wall that I don't think I know what actually is in there. We're going to see if Scarecrow pots are shuffled as well.
Yeah, these Scarecrow pots have done me in multiple times.
And it looks like that is a no.
Pretty vanilla. Ah, Pixel still chasing after that West Clocktown Wath.
Alright, the telescope itself is only a heart piece, and the red rupees from the Gwei are in Logic here, so... Or the red rupee, I should say. So...
It looks like Marco is not looking for that Gwei, though.
Interesting, yeah.
Ideally, you would want to get both going at the same time. Uh-oh. That West Clocktown Wath still eluding us.
Yeah, luckily the Gwei red rupee is Termina Field. Also, we're going to get another hint that reads, Beneath the well is foolish. That's an excellent foolish.
What a blessing.
Alright, that's going to be a dump of rupees for Pixel. That is bank 2, which gives us the fire arrows. That is an instant Wath maker.
That actually gives us access to North now, too.
Sure does. Alright, so we've already seen 2 of our Way of the Heroes. There should be another one lying around thanks to Big Keys Shuffle.
Yes, we have 3 for now. Yeah. Just making sure I have it correct. Earlier, my cat tried to knock out my internet, so...
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Alright, PixelShake is going to give us the Gorman Bros and also probably Day 3 Ranch.
I personally always like doing the day 3 ranch. I like getting all those hints up in front. Cat bringing up a great point about that Smithy 1 as well.
Yeah.
I assume PixelShake is probably going to hold off on going north until they reset, just because of that as well.
That's a very safe bet. Just in case Goron Mask shows up and you can do Goron Shrine as well.
Right. I am kind of surprised that we haven't seen any hints about Goron or Mountain Village, which hints tend to love.
Indeed, yeah. Last time we did have a Mountain Village hint foolish.
Mm-hmm.
Pixel's going to take another stab at Keaton Grass.
Pretty close.
Oh, there's Goron.
Yeah, I think we definitely know where Pixel is going to start next cycle then.
Mm-hmm. And Pixel's like, okay, forget about that whole ranch nonsense. I'll check it day 1.
Right. Wow, that was very fortunate. It looks like Pixel is going after that rupee up there, which I don't think is going to give them much.
Well, it's going to confirm if Overworld Blues are shuffled.
Right.
Oh, I apparently missed a hint that read that Woodfall Temple is foolish.
So that is all of our foolishes.
That's a really good foolish right now, because we know Butler items are way of the hero.
Yeah.
So that means we know we can just get the Woodfall Temple boss key, yeet straight to the boss, and just completely ignore everything else in Woodfall Temple.
Even easier with that early fire arrow as well.
Indeed. All right, so Marco's about ready to get Bank 2 here, so he is going to be awarded with fire arrows. Apparently, Pixel also still has not gone into Grassy Grotto for Zora Mask yet, which is very concerning.
They may have a speed advantage now, though, with that Goron Mask.
Marco's heading to Milk Road again, so probably not for much longer.
Yeah. Depending on how much grass they can hit.
I'm pretty sure Goron Mask was on 6 or 7. Unfortunately, Marco only got 5. So yeah, Marco's going to reload the area and take another stab at this. Wonder if Pixel was thinking about inverting there.
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder if... Okay, Butler itself is dead.
Fascinating. I'm kind of surprised Pixel is making this move. I would have assumed a rush to day 3.
That's what I was thinking this as well, because at this point, it'd be much better to come back here on day 1 so you can set up Smithy, do Ranch day 1, check the song. Maybe just hit the owl statue at least. There's the Goron Mask for Marco.
And that puts Marco with a Zora Mask ahead.
Oh, Pixel's going to actually use the keg as an improvised bomb here.
Interesting. It's an interesting choice to do it for this one and not the one in Lens Cave.
That's a very good point. Although the keg should be pretty easy to refill back in Laundry Pool on the next cycle.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cafe
That
Mask
may
bomb
have
locked.
paid off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a next cycle thing, but...
Yeah. Pixel is going to have a stacked next cycle at least, but they're going to be at a pretty severe disadvantage if they don't go find that Zora.
Indeed. Alright, Marco's going to turn in the Ocean Title Deed as toilet paper. We actually are only an Icona Mask away from being able to turn that in properly. Unfortunately... Oh, never mind. Pixel was just peeking it.
Hmm.
I was going to say Pixel would need another keg to check out that Hot Spring Water Grotto chest, but not the case.
I guess that was their thought process all along, is the other two you can peek, but that the Zoe Grotto you cannot. Interesting.
Okay, I would have laughed harder if that was a Swamp Title D, which it actually was in a race semi-recently, but... We are definitely going to take a land title D. Clocktown Central Pillar is not gilded.
Well, once we have Deku, we'll put that boss key into logic.
Very true. We could get it now. Did we get a boat archery hint? Yes, we did.
We
boat
did.
archery is dead.
All right, well, no song sanity.
Hey, what do you know? The baby gave us New Wave. All right, well, it looks like Marco's maze is being less than ideal, so he's just going to improvise and clip. And it works out.
The one clip was all they needed. And our first bottle.
Excellent pick there. The Chateau bottle.
I don't think we're going to go back to refill that Chateau at any point, though.
No, that's pretty out of the way. Pixel,
Yeah.
Why did you just leave the sirloin behind?
They're going to check the powder keg check first. And then if that yields nothing, they'll go back for the sirloin.
Okay. I assume the sirloin is still there when you go back in.
Yes, when you go back, it's just right on like the center platform in the middle of the room.
Okay, keg trial is dead.
Fortunately, Hugo does not care if his Grubhub is a little cold when it arrives.
To answer question, chat, we have seen Ranch Sisters as well. Ranch Sisters is dead. All the normal always hints, the typical always hints, are all dead.
The only one we wouldn't see of the typical hints are the spider houses. Those rewards are always dead for this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a boss key.
Oh, boy.
The Stone Tower Temple. That is a boss key, to be fair, that you definitely want to see before dipping the dungeon.
Yes, but it's not one that you want to see this early.
Alright, that's another gilded chest, so unfortunately we don't have another explosive to work with. And we are going to see Honey and Darling Day 3.
Yeah. I was looking away, unfortunately. Did the town archery give us anything worthwhile?
I don't think so. Admittedly, I kind of was looking away, but I don't think it was anything important.
Fortunately, Chad is keeping track of our Greg count, which seems to just keep climbing.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't get over 24, we should be okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as, so it looks like Fox has been taking down hint numbers, so we're only missing Frog Choir and Gossip Stones. We're missing a second sometimes.
Yes.
Because I only have Letter to Cafe as my first sometimes.
Which, if you're going to have a sometimes, It's one of the best to have.
Indeed. It looks like our Honey and Darling reward was extended magic. Oh, we won't have a second sometimes. Never mind. I'm trying to think if there's any... Well, we haven't seen the ranch. Well, the ranch hints are actually probably going to be a lot of duplicates now.
Yeah.
Staff room is dead.
Getting our first reset from Marco's side.
Interesting that we still have not seen a frog choir hint. I mean, we'll probably see it in ranch, but Marco is going to be our first to reset.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot the frog choir could have. So actually, now that I think of it, I don't know how this would play into the logic, but one of the frogs you have to get is in Woodfall Temple. Does that mean that frogs by proxy would be foolish?
No, because the frogs itself is not an item. The foolishes only check if only are... The foolishes only check for items.
Got it.
Not necessarily the components to items.
I just fortunately have been blessed enough to not have to worry about frog choir in my mystery seeds.
To answer a question, chat, if a location is foolish, hinted in a gossip stone, it means that there can be absolutely no progression in that dungeon whatsoever. Or nothing you need at least to beat this particular seed.
To be fair, you could find a helpful item like a sword upgrade or Great Fairy Sword or something, but that's just a thing that is a quality of life helpful thing, not something that's required to finish the seed.
Oh, and we just got the hint, Frog Choir is dead.
Ah, bummer. I'm sure Marco is very relieved, though.
Indeed. Now, another check we can do right now, we can actually do a lot of soils since we now have that first bottle. That being said, PixelShake has not gotten that bottle yet, has he?
No. But now we get to see what our Wath keg has for us.
Yeah, and I would be very surprised if this wasn't a song.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't Goron Lullaby.
Yeah, because we could full clear Snowhead Temple with this equipment. Well, actually, no, we can't, because we don't know where the Snowhead Temple boss key is now. Unless that was the one on the Taurus Center. In which case, at least we can do it.
There we go.
Oh my. And yeah, we are going to get a soils check. Now, this is the day 1 soil in the ranch. We should note that there is a difference between days 1 and days 2 and 3, and unfortunately, if Marco checks this one, the other soil will have to be locked out until next cycle. And soil.
No.
That would explain why we're seeing Greg's and Arrow pickups. Soils are randomized.
Oh, no.
I mean, oh yeah, but oh no.
I mean, very excited from the viewer perspective, but boy, these poor runners.
Alright, so we've now satisfied 2 out of 3 ways of the hero so far, although interestingly, we are missing that Woodfall Temple boss key, so that way we can just cruise through, and Sonata and Deku for that matter, so we can just cruise through Woodfall Temple for the way of the hero items on Butler Race. Butler Race items.
These bugs are so time-consuming in MMR as well.
Indeed, because you can't just scoop up another one.
Oh no!
We would like to remind the audience that West Clocktown is Way of the Hero,
Yep.
and while it likely has already been satisfied, there's no guarantee that there can't be more stuff in it.
That second bottle is definitely appreciated with the soils on as well.
Absolutely. And judging by the fact that we got bugs in our scoops, it's pretty unlikely scoops are shuffled as well.
Yes.
All right, we got another hint that reads, Path to Snowhead is Way of the Hero. There's one check we could actually get in there right now.
We could technically get both.
With an improvised keg, indeed.
Yeah. Which it looks like Marco is at least... How are they doing? They're maybe not going for that keg.
Marco is going to get the Scarecrow queued up.
Also, to answer a question in chat, bomb shoes do not matter for MMR. Bomb shoes can be used in Ooter, but MMR bomb shoes are not usable until you have a bomb bag.
So yeah, there's some options now with Goron Mask. Sewers is in play.
Yeah.
So yeah, the entirety of Pirate's Fortress should be full clearable right now.
It is interesting to me that Marco is not going straight for Snowhead now.
Unfortunately, Pixel's not going for Zora either.
Zora. But they are both still coalescing around West.
This could be a problem for Pixel if he doesn't connect the dots soon.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, I don't see any reason that would send him back in that direction.
Yeah. Looks like Marco is just faking us out. Now they're going north.
Interesting. Because, yeah, Marco has not been north yet, I don't think.
I don't believe so.
So, yeah, there is going to be a nice fire arrow collision. But yeah, there is going to be some stuff, a lot of stuff Marco can do up here.
Yeah. And they made the decision to go back day one, so they'll have that smithy as well if they want it.
Indeed. Although the downside is Marco is broke right now. So he does need to grab 100 rupees before setting the sword ready. Not to mention another 200 for land title deed. I doubt he's going to want to leave that behind.
Especially when it could give you access to full clear temple and tingle with even more big loot.
Ooh, that's very big news. We have access to a full clearable Great Bay Temple now.
Wow. We didn't get the boss key yet for that though, right?
No, we did not. That's the only exception.
Yes. It is still possible the boss key is in the temple itself though.
It'd be pretty funny.
I feel like we'd be here a very long time if that's the case.
All right, we are getting our Path to Snowhead checks.
I feel like it has to be this first one.
That
I am immediately wrong.
I was about to say, yeah, that looks like a green rupee.
Yeah, I could not be more wrong.
All right, and at this point, I do believe we are now out of hints.
Will we get a hint for Gossip Stones?
No.
Okay.
Gossip Stones is a sometimes hint, and we've already seen our one sometimes hint available in this pool due to Andrew and Cafe and Frogs taking up the other ones.
Wow. Well, Pixel getting his Deku mask there on Cliffs.
Ooh, that's even more bad news for... Oh, actually, maybe not. That might send Pixel back towards through Termina Field to the right side of the Grassy Grotto to pick up Zora Mask.
We can only hope so.
But yeah, actually, the world is pretty heavily opened up. We're literally just missing a Garo or Gibdo mask for the whole world to literally explode.
Yeah.
On the subject of exploding, bombs would also be nice.
I think it would be greatly appreciated by now.
Yeah, I mean, going this long without bombs is not common. It's happened, but
yeah.
All right, that looks like a red rupee on the village ledge. Guan village ledge.
And on the like.
To answer question, chat, what items are needed to complete the seed? As far as items specifically, the 4 boss remains and the oath to order. At this point, it's very likely the remains are on bosses and not shuffled at this point. So therefore, we need all the items to clear all set dungeons that have those remains. We do find a double defense in Cape Grotto, which is definitely nice to have.
That's always appreciated. And it looks like Pixel is also going to check if fairy rewards are on.
That is not a bad idea, because we have not been able to do that yet.
Yeah.
Has anybody checked the Clocktown fairy rewards? I don't think so.
No, because we don't have the fairy.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Pixel's trying to get do a camera manip here to prevent the fish from pestering him on the way to Zora Hall. We do know that Zora Hall is in Logic right now, but Pixel doesn't know that Zora Mask is where it is in South Termina Field. Marco getting the very bad news that, yeah, 200 rupees might be necessary here.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the very least, we know that 200 rupees is required logically.
Indeed. All right, so now thanks to Fire Arrows, PixelShake is going to go ahead and link the fire here for stage lights. Marco picks up his Stone Tower Temple boss key. And gets the very bad news that there is another possibly major item explosive locked.
Always love a dueling Greg.
And to answer a question in chat, the Clocktown Stray Fairy was a silver rupee, so with Stray Fairies being randomized, they're going to be someplace else, in chests and dungeons.
Mm-hmm. And if memory serves correctly, they come up as big chests as well.
They're gilded chests, yes.
Yes. But not like the small ones like trade items.
Yeah, the small gildeds would be tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, chat, that Link the Fire joke was on purpose.
I was thinking that this would be a possibility from Marco's side, using the keg to blow up at least one of these checks. But I don't know if they're really going to try to bring that all the way to Lens Cave.
I don't think so.
I would be so excited. No. I think they're going to use it for Zoe Grotto.
Well, that's one way to improvise.
It is the easier way to do it, even though definitely the easiest would be to just buy a keg.
All right, and the boss key on top of this was Snowhead Temples, which is interesting because that means
we can full clear Snowhead logically.
No, we can't, because that's... Well, actually, yeah, we have Deku Mask, so yeah, that's a logical Snowhead boss key now. So
yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Neither player can do it by themselves, but combined they could.
Marco's actually completing the keg trial here?
Interesting.
Oh, Marco's
Very
going to full...
interesting.
I know exactly what Marco's going to do here. Marco is going to complete Snowhead Temple.
Or they're looking for...
Or is checking the
magic
race
jars.
pots.
Yeah.
Which... Can that even be randomized in these settings?
It can. But we haven't gotten a hint that they would be.
I think those aren't shuffled. Yeah, they're not shuffled.
Yeah. They can be shuffled, but normally you would see like a magic refill on something if they were.
Yeah, and we haven't seen any magic refills. So
Right.
that makes a lot of sense.
We also haven't seen any other pot randomization.
No, we haven't. So I think that's just Marco being half safe and half sure. Now, that being said, given that Snowhead Temple boss key is in logic, Goron Race is perfectly in play. So it's not necessarily that far-fetched that Marco gets that out of the way on the next pass through Snowhead. A full wallet refill will give Marco the ability to get bank 3.
Mm-hmm. And we definitely could have a double Wath in West Clocktown there.
Indeed. To answer your question, chat, the second bottle was in Ranch? Yes. Ranch Straw Roof Chest.
Yes. With the first one being a treasure chest game.
Yeah.
Very nice use of the keg from Marco.
Oh, I get it. He's gonna check the grotto here.
Yes.
And get the Pat to Snowhead Way of the Hero.
I really like this play.
I thought for a second that because it was out of the frame, that the snowball literally rolled the keg off the mountain. It's like, yeah, it's a powerful keg, but it's not powerful enough to beat a snowball.
Okay.
Captain's Hat. All right. You know something? I think Captain's Hat is not a bad item to have as a Wath item, because at the very least, that just gets you a required song. Now, having said that, if that required song is Healing or Storms, then you dread. But,
if it's Storms, I'm gonna cheer.
But
I would be ecstatic.
Indeed. But yeah, this isn't looking too good for eggs right now. And did Marco get the boss key yet for Snowhead Temple?
I do not believe they did.
I don't think so either. I think they both know it's on the Tourist Center roof.
I have a feeling that Marco is going to do a lot of work here, and then we're going to see a lot of shield spams.
Yeah. Alright, so are these rewards...
They are randomized.
I guess that means they're randomized? Alright. Okay, and now Marco's going back for the boss key.
Excellent.
Alright, so fairy rewards are randomized. Okay. So yeah, that Marco doesn't know that, but that's a perfectly in logic Snowhead boss key.
Yes. And it looks like they don't care if it is or not. They're just going to go for it anyway, which I fully respect.
Yeah, I actually really like this play from Marco, because assuming that the dungeon it's not Dungeon ER, and even if this is Great Bay Temple, all Marco has to do is make a quick trip to Great Bay Tingle, and can we get security to Romani's Ranch, please? There's somebody screaming.
Looks like Malon has some screams to chime in as well.
Anywho, what was I saying before I got distracted by random sound effects?
I don't know, but we have dungeon entrance randomizer on now.
Oh, no. Okay, now I remember what I was going to say. Is that, given that this is Great Bay Temple, we already know it's we can clear everything else besides the boss in the dungeon anyway.
Yes.
Is what I was trying to get at.
But this, yeah, but we are stuck without a boss key. Oh, man. This just looks more and more unfortunate for Pixel.
Oh, don't tell me Woodfall Temple leads to ISTT. Or, no, other way around. Don't tell me ISTT leads to Woodfall Temple, and that's why it's foolish.
That could do it. We did get the song for that so early, though. Marco not even going for the switches. There's no point if you can't do the boss.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
That does mean that he's going to miss out on 3 checks, though. Oh, very nice Biobapa strat.
Indeed, that was very good movement.
Yeah, very smooth.
Too bad
Not
the
gonna
chest
get
looks
much.
garbage.
Exactly, not getting much for his efforts.
All right, those 2 chests are both junk. That 3rd chest is both junk.
Oh
You might as well.
God.
You might as well have had Great Bay Temple foolish at the rate we're going.
Yeah. Also happy 1 hour.
Happy 1 hour. Yeah, honestly, this seed is this is a strange seed.
Yeah.
I mean, when aren't MMR seeds strange, to be fair, but even still.
Well, mystery in particular, you have so many strange options in these settings. And just so many things to throw you for a loop. It is interesting to me that Marco is going to bail on the second half here.
Oh yeah, I completely blinked and didn't see if Ward's door was locked.
I don't think Marco checked.
Because if it's not, then at the very least we have Small Keezy.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, yeah, that's pretty much it for Marco's dive to the north.
Can't we assume that Wart's door would not be locked because we haven't seen any other small keys at this point. And there would have to be a small key in one of the chests before then.
That would be assuming if small keys were in their dungeons. It's
Right.
pretty unlikely, given how many small keys there are out there, because I think there's 4 for Stone Tower, 3 for Snowhead, and 1 each for Woodfall and Great Bay. So there's 9 small keys. I doubt at this point that we have not seen any by this point. So
Right.
it's pretty likely that small keys are... It's pretty likely we got Small Keezy.
I thought Marco was trying to defeat that little Deku Baba with a bottle. Marco was also missing out on that. Let's see what this is first. Not much. Marco was also missing out on that very first chest behind the ice arrows in the water wheel room. Not water wheel, whatever the second room is called.
I getcha.
MMR's version of toilet.
Yes. Alright, so Pixel is in the place he needs to be to pick up Zoramask, so hopefully he realizes he's not checked the Grassy Grotto yet, because... Ooh, purple rupees on the wall soil. There's finally an explosive in Stumpy's Grotto. Good grief. So... Yeah, folks, the seed is definitely looking pretty good to be explosive, right? Not just explosive in the sense of having bombs, but yeah, there is like a lot open to us at the moment because we have bombs. Pixel got Zora Mask. Marco's going to get bombs. So we are now actually we're actually missing possibly only 2 items here, being Icona Access and Light Arrows. We're also missing we're missing 2 boss keys as well. So we need 4 items total right now, bare minimum.
We're
At best,
also
5.
Yeah, because we're also just missing song knowledge.
Mm-hmm. And we know the captain's hat is going to lead to something, so let's see how that plays out. All right, Pixel's going back for Observatory. I wonder if this is a check for the bomb wall, because I don't know if this was gilded or not.
Neither of them doing the Observatory Gwei either.
All right, Marco is doing Termina Field Gwei, though, or Termina Field Circuit Gwei. Because this is going to be giving 1 check here, and it should be coming up right about now.
Oof.
And it's
Chad is also correct that we have not seen Bomber Lady yet.
Yeah, it's actually interesting that both runners decided to skip past that on oh well, they didn't have a sword. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's very understandable. I think that's what I find the most difficult when it comes to mystery, is you don't have access to so many things so early on that you kind of lose track of some things when you do have access to them.
And it looks like Marco is just electing to rush Graveyard here. And yep, Blast Mask Lady is getting robbed tonight.
Mm-hmm. Anju and Kefe will not be able to get married.
Given this seed, they weren't going to get married anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mountain Title Deed was on the field scrub. That's been in play for a while. We can turn that in, too.
And Pixel now knows it's in Logic as well.
Interesting. Well, we are going to see our graveyard checks here, so I think this will also allow Marco to check if mundane items are enabled, although I think you can only do that on day 2 in graveyard, because I don't know if we've checked if mundane items are enabled. All right, well, Marco's jinxed right now, so he's electing to improvise with bombs and face tanking.
Seems to be a very common strat among MMR runners.
Indeed.
I attempted to use the Zora Shield recently and found out that just makes bats kind of spin stunned in the air.
And there's the Swamp Title Deed, so we are deep percent, folks. And, so yeah, we can turn all of those in. All right, Pixel's about to get the news that it is, in fact, Dungeon ER.
If only I could see Pixel's face. Well, now it doesn't matter, actually. Now they have Zora, they have Ice Arrows, they can do a lot.
Indeed.
Can't full clear, but, you know, still plenty of options.
And Captain's Hat leads to Sonata. So that means we have another dungeon we can go peek. Now, if Woodfall is vanilla, that is the best news, because that does give us access to Butler's item. Now, if that Butler race item happens to be Icona access, have fun full clearing the whole game looking for light arrows.
Yeah.
If it is ISTT, have fun full clearing the whole rest of the game besides that dungeon looking for light arrows.
Yeah, Pixel is forgetting the fairy here, but they're not going to be punished for that fairy, at least.
But yeah, this is going to be a tough one because we're looking for a boss key, which could mean the boss keys are pretty much the biggest wild cards next to Oath.
Yeah. I believe there is a chance that that's what could be hiding in the Butler race items as well.
It is, absolutely. All right, day 2. Graveyard has a third bow.
Our full bow percent. Pixel also not opting to go very far into GBT right now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, given that the whole Ice Arrow and Boss Key, not Ice Arrow, but Boss Key kerfuffle. Yeah, definitely not thinking about going too far here, but is going to check the fairy rewards.
I do not know what Pixel is playing with, but it is uncommon, at least among MMR players, to play with a keyboard.
All right, we got a great fairy sword in the Graveyard Grotto. You love to see it. Now, Keaton 9 is now in play. I think.
Yes.
So that gives us an extra check on all the Keaton grasses. Actually, if we find Great Bay Temple boss key before Butler, I'm going to be very interested because that does give us another set of Keaton grass in springtime.
Yes, that's what I've been the most excited for.
All right, so Pixel's gone back in.
And Marco now making their first play west.
Yeah, I think this is going to work out for Marco, because unfortunately PixelShake hasn't really done anything with that Deku Mask that would give him a definitive edge. All it's done really is connect the logic.
Right.
We've had no dips into Deku Palace yet, which I'm
is
actually
wild
very
to me.
Yeah, I'm very surprised by this as well, because we can full clear the whole place.
Yes. You get another song. You get that all vital song logic there. It also just clicked for me that the reason Marco didn't go any further into GBT is because they didn't have ice arrows at the time.
Indeed.
That makes much more sense to me now.
This is a big gilded chest, and it is a sword upgrade. Not going to say no to that, in Pixel's case at least. No sign of GF sword for his end. Marco gets actually, I think on his end, that's late information that Pat to Snowhead is Wath.
Believe so.
We may... I don't know if we're actually going to see beavers at this point. That seems like a bit of an out-of-the-way check right now.
I mean, to me, it seems like a great check, but I know I'm in the minority for that.
Well, looks like Marco's trying to peek the other chest and decides I'm done here. Right into the light like. Now, what would have been hilarious if Marco got spat right back onto the ledge.
With the superpowered like.
You are removed with the same force that you had entered with.
It's the law of equivalent exchange.
Oh, welcome to the second day. But yeah, it looks like PixelShake's having no trouble moving around here in GBT.
It's so interesting to me that this is a easier West for Marco and an easier GBT for Pixel. They both
Indeed.
have more items needed for both areas than the other.
And yeah, Marco's most likely going to fall into Great Bay Tingle just in a few moments here, so he will learn about ice arrows. I also don't think we've seen anybody check the lab fish. Granted, Pixel's first pass, I don't think he had a bottle.
Yeah, we had a very, very late bottle this seed.
Yeah, to clarify what chat is... Soils, Long Quest, which is irrelevant. They don't have anything. Chest Fairies and Great Fairy rewards. Keaton Grass and Overworld Red Rupees.
To be fair, the only long quest we're still waiting for, if you count it as one, is Gossips.
That's not a long quest, though.
True, but it is long.
That's fair. That being said, we've had the ability to do that for some time.
Yes. But I think when you had early access to so many things... Ooh, another West Clockdown item.
Yeah,
I also just realized they have not checked their Curiosity Shop turn-ins.
They have not. Nobody's seen what Big Bomb Bag is either. Oh, and chat is saying that Ward's door is locked, so that means keys are out there. Well, that means this. Then in that case, that means the small key may be just in its own dungeon.
Interesting.
And Marco is going to see what's in Great Bay Temple. We'll see what dungeon this is. Marco probably wants this to be Woodfall Temple right now.
Maybe.
Because it would guarantee a Wath.
I think Snowhead.
Okay.
Does he know that it's foolish? Because he did just check that first one.
She should know it's foolish. That's actually been in logic for a bit, because Zora was early and
that new wave was on Baby Goron.
Yeah, which was up behind Keaton Grass, which we had free swords and magic. Or a free sword and magic, excuse me.
Yeah.
On Pixel getting Don Garrow's mask in GBT. Thankfully, that has been blown dead already.
Such a shame. We would get to see the boss that no one ever does. The frog guarding the boss key in GBT.
All right, so Woodfall and ISTT could be, or not Woodfall, sorry. So that means we've got ISTT and Snowhead Temple as our two remaining dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested that Marco chose to not proceed. Oh, right, we don't have the Woodfall Temple boss key. That's why nobody is. That's why Marco didn't just immediately clear the dungeon. So yeah, either ISTT is vanilla or it is in the Woodfall Temple entrance, which we could reach.
Yeah, it is interesting that neither of them have gone for, I guess, Woodfall or Deku Palace yet.
Definitely an interesting routing question for the interview, because it's not often that we see this long of a Deku Mask acquisition. You okay there, Link? But it's not often we see that late of a Deku Palace dip after Deku Mask.
Yeah.
Marco is emptying...
especially when we could have everything we need for our songs.
All right, so it looks like Marco's getting a little bit money. I believe this is for the red potion for Komei, because we have yet to save the witch courtesy of the late bottles.
Yes. Has anyone even checked the day 2 grotto in Swamp?
No.
Wow.
Actually, I think it has been checked, but I don't think it was anything. Yeah, it was checked. That's what I thought.
Yeah, because I know Pixel went through there because I saw him talk to Komei. But I wasn't sure if the time of day gave them trouble.
Oh yeah, by the way, remember this big chest we had no access to?
Oh
it's the
my
Snowhead
God.
Temple small key. Really? Okay. Where have you been for the last 80 minutes?
Wow.
It is full key sanity, folks.
I mean, if I were Pixel, I'd just rush off to Woodfall Temple right now. And just pray that that's going to be Snowhead.
That's not a bad idea.
I also have not worked with keys for a long time. Is that key even necessary for Snowhead? Can you clear it without?
You can clear without, but it makes it convenient in the sense that you don't have to do the pillar puzzle if you go mode the temple. To answer your question, chat, we have not checked cows. We also haven't seen any milk refills, so it's not looking likely that cows are required, or cows are enabled. Logically, it requires a small key. Okay.
We have not checked the Curiosity Shop turn-ins, though.
Alright, Blastmass Lady is a blue rupee.
Giving us a nice little tip for saving her.
To answer your question, chat, Marco already picked up Kotake. Both runners did make a first pass through Swamp, at least, I think. Yeah, I mean, cows could still be enabled, is the funny thing. Alright, Big Bomb Bag is a hard piece. None of our runners have been able to manage enough of a stockpile for Bank 3. They're electing to not farm off the Keaton grass.
That seems very traditional for MMR. I feel like even when it's in Logic, Bank 3 is one of the last things that people turn in.
Nice big octo skip from Marco there.
That was very nice.
And we're now... What is Marco doing here? Was there anything else in Swamp Spider House we could have gotten?
I don't think so.
Unless this is just a convenient spot for bugs. Yeah.
Yep. Are they going to grab 2? Oh, they're checking the soil in here.
Aren't the soils just skulls?
This one is not.
Oh, okay.
This one is where you put in the bean that then lets you get access to that one skull.
Makes sense.
Just adding to the Greg count.
Mm-hmm. And there's another one in the gold room, allegedly, so... Not allegedly, rather, excuse me.
Yes, that's where you put down another bean.
Alright, and Pixel is setting up Gossip Stones.
Oh, so excited. Oh. Well.
Mask of Truth. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I mean, that could be progression. Ugh, this is a, that's also French Vanilla Mask of Truth, yeah.
Yeah. An excellent point.
What is happening here?
Chaos.
I mean, that's fair. That's what mystery basically is.
This is the point of the seed that I always struggle with in my own runs, where you just have access to so much. They have all transformation masks, access to so many temples, and it's just, what do you do? Where do you go?
Yeah, because we now have a full clearable Deku Palace, a full clearable Pirate's Fortress. Pretty much the only thing we can't do is Icona, and that's
Right.
very thankfully late to the bandwagon right now.
Oh, I know.
That being said,
Yeah, go
go
ahead.
on.
We have a lot of Shrine haters in the Discord, so I know if anyone went for that, they'd be pretty upset. So it's good we don't have access.
Yeah, I think right now, if you're the runners, you don't want the Way of the Hero to be Icona access.
Yes.
You want it to be Light Arrows or the Great Bay Temple boss key. Or the Woodfall Temple. Well, it can't be the Woodfall Temple boss key, because that locks Butler.
Right.
So you want it to be either Light Arrows or Great Bay boss key.
It doesn't necessarily lock Butler, because whatever the temple is that's in Woodfall, once they complete that gives them access to Butler.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right. And we do have the ISTT boss key, and that's a Stone Tower Temple small key in Deku Palace.
Interesting.
That is very welcome. I think logically you're expecting to have 2.
Yeah.
All right, I could not see what Bean Daddy chest was.
Didn't look great. But still going to give us a soil anyway. Did Pixel ever check the circuit Gwei?
I don't think so.
Because doing it with gossips would have been the time to do it.
All right, those bugs were pretty cooperative, and it's a red rupee on that soil. I'm gonna laugh if anything required is on All Night's mass purchase, because that's been available to us literally since first bottle, because that led to a wallet.
Yeah.
And that was literally in ranch. So yeah, that was like that was a opener bottle. Let's just call it an opener bottle.
A bottle opener.
Yeah. Sorry,
I think I
just
have
got
one of those in my keychain.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit concerned about that, the observatory Gwei.
Yes.
Because we still can't rule that out.
That's been on my mind a lot.
Now, personally, what I would like to see Icona access as our next item, because it does give the Garo hints.
Very true. Those can be a game changer in these settings.
Yeah, especially since the whole world is going to be in play here. Ooh,
oof.
That's storms.
Oof, oof, oof.
That's not what you want to see. With Snowhead Temple boss key as well, we actually haven't found Snowhead Temple yet, have we?
We have not.
Yeah, I think...
If I were the runners, I'd just have my fingers crossed that Woodfall is going to be Snowhead.
Yeah, I agree.
These bubbles are not cooperating with Pixel. Oh, and that is a good chest in Woodfall there.
Alright, so Pixel is almost done with night 1. Pixel's going to want to invert unless he wants to do a bomb jump.
I think they'll be fine.
Actually, yeah, it's going to be a little tight, but he should make it. Just has to get up this ledge, which easier said than done with those 2 bubbles prowling about.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Pixel's just gonna make this one. I recall this being a thing as well in the co-op and Season 3 tournament as well. Pixel is very much a tight timer.
I mean, I think getting comfortable with your timing comes with experience in racing anyway.
Indeed. All right, in Woodfall, we find the Mirror Shield. There will be no Egos Hunt today. Actually, I'm kind of bummed about that.
Yeah.
That is a blessing, though, because you might just get lucky, and that might just kill eggs.
This means we could have a keg castle on our hands as well.
Yeah.
It's looking
That'd
very
be
likely
funny.
with the items we have, too.
All right, moment of truth here. Is Woodfall Temple Snowhead Temple or ISTT?
Fingers
Alright.
crossed.
Woodfall Temple is Snowhead Temple.
Excellent. Where was that one small key?
It was in a chest. It was it was in Goron Village. It was Lens Cave.
Lens Cave, yeah.
The one gilded chest in Lens Cave.
Yes.
All right, nothing of importance in the right freezer room.
Yeah. Marco's sticking with vanilla strats to get across as well. Got something good here. And just a spin attack.
I wouldn't. I would call Spin Attack very good because that might make him think about Keaton Grass.
I'm hoping it will.
Because yeah, Keaton Grass 9 has been in play for a while now.
Yeah, ever since we got that great fairy sword. Ooh. A suspenseful jump off the pillar.
I'm surprised
Double-checking
Marco's.
pots.
Yeah, I'm surprised Marco's checking these because yeah, we can safely blow pots dead now.
I mean, personally, I completely understand the level of paranoia. You can never check too many times. Ooh.
Ouch.
Excellent timing from Marco.
Indeed.
Oh boy.
Ooh, yeah, apparently we found a second bomb bag somewhere. Where was that?
Oh boy.
'Cause I'm just noticing Marco does have a 30 bomb cap.
Yes.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
in Woodfall. Okay. I was about to say, it couldn't have been that long.
But Marco also picking up a Keaton mask from that fire arrow chest. So now they will
Alright.
definitely be thinking about that coming out of here.
Oh, absolutely. Looks like Pixel taking an intentional death warp there.
It is the best way to get out of there.
We're gonna see if mundane items are enabled now.
Yeah.
Pixel's actually timed this out very, very well.
Wow. A lot of good chests in Snowhead. And not really giving us much.
Yeah, 6 hearts double defense. You are pretty much solidified in the defense department for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if Dampe gives us anything here.
I believe it's the
Nope.
vanilla 30.
Yep. Isn't there a unique rupee model for that 30 drop if mundane items are enabled?
I believe it's the Scarlet Rupee.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Marco just picking up so much bait here. Oh, Crimson Rupee. I'm so sorry. I was close.
That's what I thought. Oh, there's
Yeah.
another big chest. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is, Seed.
Carl the Crimson Rupee.
I will remember that. Picto box.
Ugh. Well, at least we know that the mundane Picto box checks are not in.
Indeed. All right, so that opens up seahorses, swamp photo contest, which is going to become binned as soon as Marco finishes up here, actually.
True. Not great timing to find that Picto box.
It could be done next cycle.
to answer Revolver, I will do my best to roll a Pamela seed, but I make no guarantees.
Yeah, it came a little bit close last time, but just ultimately didn't end up happening.
It is just so exciting when you get that rare blessing from Seedbot.
Oh, yes, and it's happened in a weekly. I believe it was I think it was actually last January.
Oh, wow.
It was either last January or last summer. But we did, in fact, have a Pamela seed on air.
Do you remember what the item was?
Light arrows.
Oh, God.
It's clipped on one of the ZSR channels. I want to say 2, but I'm not 100% sure.
Wow. Oh, well, speaking of.
Okay, actually, that basically completely locks out Icona now. And that means the Wath has to pretty much be Icona access. This seed is solved.
Yep.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. We still need Woodfall and Great Bay boss keys.
Yes.
So, I think right now the biggest problem could be the Great Bay Temple boss key. That can be like literally anywhere.
Yeah.
Like that is actually something that could be on Icona.
And I'm pretty positive Pixel full cleared GBT as well.
Pixel did as much as he could in GBT without the small key.
Right. Yeah, so we still don't know about Wart. We could have a Pamela boss key.
Now, if it is an Icona mask, have fun full clearing the whole game looking for 2 boss keys.
That would be just so unfortunate. I want a small chest here.
The Clock Town Stray Fairy.
Oh my goodness. And Marco's gonna soar out? They wouldn't finish?
I think that's going to be because Marco doesn't want to abandon the
Picto
box checks, and
yeah,
because that does get lost, and I think that's pretty much it for Marco's dive here. Otherwise, for Snowhead,
right. I don't know. I'm a gambler. I would much rather just keep going when you're that far into the temple and just finish it up.
to answer a question, chat, Wath can absolutely be logical small keys. Like, for all we know, the Wath in Butler could be the second Stone Tower Temple small key. And the other, which would mean the other 2 keys have to be locked behind IST, or behind somewhere in Stone Tower Temple.
Oh, goodness. Well, there's one of those Stone Tower Temple keys.
Never mind.
But Marco isn't going to check the ferry. Yep.
Marco's, I think, checking something else. Oh, Rosa Sisters.
Pretty smart to do in a WAF location.
We also, I do believe Marco now has enough money for Bank 3. I want to say his last rupee deposit led him at 800.
Oh, I don't remember. That was so long ago.
To answer your question, chat, Chimera Mask was also in Snowhead. Was it in Snowhead Temple?
Don't believe so. I think Marco got it before then.
Yeah, it was in...
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is a huge break for Marco. Yeah, it was in Cape.
Yes.
Sunken Chest and Cape.
Oh, wow.
So, wow. So if we find one of the boss keys before... if we find a boss key before we get to Butler, that is seed solved. Lights, camera, action. Sorry, I just wasn't expecting Studiopolis Zone to suddenly appear.
Marco. I don't believe the Keaton will pop up. Oh, never mind. I thought that if you cleared all of them, the Keaton won't be your friend.
No, I think it's if you blow the quiz. If you blow it on the quiz.
Yeah.
Then the Keaton won't come back. You'll have to go to another Keaton grass.
Yes. That part I'm well aware, because I have done that multiple times.
And I think that's exactly what just happened.
Yep.
I don't call this on purpose, chat.
It's such an interesting skill you have. It's not quite calling the future, it's calling the present.
I know, right? Every seed. All right, Marco's gonna accelerate the final day here, get the other item. I think the question was who's the singer, and Marco for some reason selected Toto.
I think he was thinking about the rains down in Africa.
I mean, that is a good song, I won't argue.
It's a great song. I don't think we've seen a Deku Playground either.
No, we have not. Yeah, so it turns out rushing the Deku Mask was the right play here. Actually, no, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Because we found a lot of stuff behind the Deku Mask, but it has the Zora Mask so far has been the real deal here.
Well, especially because we had such a particularly interesting situation where it was very early, but very late for one of the runners.
Indeed. Flawless
Very
day
nice.
3. Well
Very
done,
nice.
Marco. There's the big bomb bag. Did we see anybody check the Woodfall Ferry rewards?
No. This is Pixel's first time there as well. So only Marco would have headed to that area.
Wouldn't it be it could be very well at this point that the Way of the Hero for Butler items is a boss key for a foolish Woodfall temple. Imagine that.
And that'd be incredible. I would not put it past this seed at this point.
Alright, we're gonna see what Keaton Grass 9 is. And I don't see anything of
More
note.
money? Another Greg, perhaps?
Also, quiz take 2.
The Skull Kid part of that question messed me up for the longest time. Not exactly worth it.
Oh, wow. Alright, so PixelShake is going to be able to clear clear this dungeon.
if they choose to.
I would assume he is going to do so. No,
I
maybe
didn't see
not.
where they soared to. Yeah.
All right, we are going to see our dog race now. All right, so Pixel's elected to just bust out of Woodfall altogether here and just get Deku Playground out of the way, I guess. To be fair, it's easy to get back to, but at the same time, if you go in there and you know it's a full clearable dungeon, oh, looks like not quite every single rupee fell. That's better.
There it goes. Blue might have a chance here. Might not be last. It's looking worse by the second, though. Oh, man. Blue Dog didn't come in last. That's a win in my book.
Nice milk bottle. You're late to the bandwagon on that. That's 2 bottles in this room.
Oh my god, it is. Hoarding bottles.
Which we don't really need anymore. We got the soils pretty much locked down. Well, except for the Great Bay one and near Clifford.
Is it confirmed now that we don't need eggs?
No.
Right.
We have not seen healing. The 2 remaining song checks are besides eggs are Boss, Blue Warp, and Egos. So if you want to avoid eggs, you want both of those checks to have the Elegy and Oath.
Yeah. And I guess it would make more sense to check your Boss Blue Warp before you decide to go for that kind of thing.
Now, Marco looks to be dipping Icona here, which is actually going to work out in his favor here, because not only is this going to net him all the hints, but it's also going to hopefully convince Marco to check the Tingle purchase, which is going to net him his Ice Arrows. Because he's been quite a long time without those.
Yeah.
Now, granted,
Go ahead.
Granted, it hasn't really bitten him yet because of that Great Bay Temple boss key being MIA, but it's probably not going to feel that great regardless.
Absolutely. It's more fascinating to me that Marco wouldn't opt to finish Snowhead.
I wonder if Marco, knowing that it is a boss key, because let's think this through for a second. If we find Great Bay Temple boss key, the only check that unlocks afterwards is Fisherman Game. If we find Woodfall boss key, it unlocks the Way of the Hero. So
I don't think that's how this works with Dungeon Entrance Randomizer.
Or not Woodfall Temple, sorry. Yeah. Woodfall Temple boss key would give us... No, Woodfall Temple boss key would give us...
That would give us Fisherman.
Great Bay Temple boss key would give us... Springtime.
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of the bigger prize here.
Alright, Ocean Title Deed was nothing.
But my thought is, you have the Snowhead boss key, and I guess he doesn't have access to the small key, but he could still do the temple. Like, you can still complete it without that small key since you have Hookshot. So why not just complete it? Because I believe once you finish it, and it's the temple behind Woodfall Temple, or the Woodfall Temple entrance, that dumps you out at the princess, I believe.
Yes, it should dump you out at Deku Princess.
Right, so then you're fulfilling your Wath right there.
Well, at least we don't have to do a Keg Castle. That doesn't look shiny enough to be a boss key. No, it's a
Is that a sword?
I think that's a gilded sword, yeah. This is going to also tell us if eggs is required, but interestingly, Marco not checking the Garrow hints.
You would think the Garrow mask would help remind them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did look like Razor Sword. It's just...
Yeah, it would be.
But to our knowledge, since we know where the other sword upgrade is, it would be gilded. Uh-oh. I'm assuming Pixel will also get baited into that Keaton mask.
Safe bet. Although that will let Pixel remind Pixel of Keaton Grass.
Yes.
Although I think did Pixel get a second Stone Tower boss key? Ooh, Elegy led to Oath, or Egos led to Oath. That is what we want to see.
Yep. Now it just depends on Boss Blue Warp.
Also, Marco did not check Tingle. Okay, but it's going back to Iconic Canyon, so this is probably going to be it right now. I hope.
Where are they going to go? Checking Tingle.
Okay, yep, good move, good move.
I swear, I know he's on a 15-minute delay, but it always seems like Marco can hear us.
All right, we know.
I was very surprised. I was very surprised there were no shield spams after that ice arrow.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Marco isn't checking the... I wonder if this is... Yeah, I'm curious as to why Marco's not checking the Garrow hints.
Well, I think after doing Mirror Shield, they don't really have access to most of them now.
Yeah, that's true, because most of them go away when you get the Egos item.
Right.
I'm still not 100% familiar with on how Garrows work, but I know that there's 2 different Garrow hints for before and after completing Pamela.
Huh.
Alright, so at the very least we can't climb Stone Tower.
It's also interesting to me that no one's gone for the treasure trove of items at Pirate's Fortress.
That really is baffling to me. We've had access to that for such a long time.
Ooh, are we going to see Shrine?
We're going to at least see the soil. If that bug
man.
pullout is anything to go by.
It's going to upset a lot of people. But I mean, my thought is you have so many options for progression. You know, you have 2 boss keys. You could do eggs. Even though no one wants to do eggs. But, I mean, Pixel is most likely going to finish Snowhead here. It's very interesting to me that you wouldn't go for progression, especially when one of them gives you access to your last wath.
Yeah, there's definitely some good questions for the interview.
Yeah. Oh, is Pixel out of here?
I think Pixel's thinking the same thing where, okay, might as well check that Tingle photo reward real fast just before I lose it. Oh no, just moving ahead.
Nope. We kept thinking that both racers were going to do that at some point.
Yeah, PixelShake also has a small key, so we'll be able to proceed through a little more calmly.
Going for the Pixel shot as well.
That might also be it. Chad points out that Marco may not realize you can get away without that small key for Snowhead Temple.
True.
And unfortunately, that key that we know, one of the keys we know of is in Lens Cave.
I think Pixel might be a little too far away from that torch. And getting mad at the wall because of it. I love the strat that Marco is going for, but I find it incredibly difficult to actually do successfully.
Well, double defense does give him the time he needs to get this set up.
Yeah. And now just getting upset and throwing bombs all over the place. Even if it doesn't do damage to Ward, it is very cathartic.
Indeed.
I've been able to successfully do that Ward strat maybe twice, but I completely understand the frustration when you're able to do something so consistently, and then for whatever reason on a particular day, it just doesn't work.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I think anyone who's ever played a rando has experienced that.
Alright, well, Shrine Wart's got nothing. So far, this
Classic.
shrine ain't looking good.
I also now realize the difficulty that Marco was having with the that small key in Snowhead. I forgot where the actually required small key was from, or what door it went to.
Alright, looks like Pixel was trying to peek the boss chest.
It looks bad.
Yeah, so did Wizrobe chest. Good grief. We are literally just looking for one boss key, one other boss key.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know the other one, or at least the path to it, has to be in Butler items.
Yeah, so I do understand Marco just kind of giving in to the lottery that is this final boss key. Oh, but it is not paying out so far. Oh, interesting. Pixel going for bomb strats. Oh no, Marco.
The red potion bottle. Too late, game.
Oh no. To be fair, that does give Marco 4 bottle eggs if we need it.
Fair enough, I guess.
Ugh. It's not much of a concession, but it is some form of a concession.
PixelShake's having a rough goat fight here.
Yeah.
To answer a question, chat, we're missing the Woodfall and Great Bay Temple boss keys. We know that one of them is behind a Way of the Hero Butler items. The other one, as far as we're concerned, though, is a total wild card.
Did Marco never check this grotto?
It was checked at some point or another. It looks like Marco's just getting a fish.
They're grabbing a fish. Yep. Which we actually have not seen this run.
All right, well, that takes care of goat. What is the reward?
Just some money, but now more exciting is the song.
All right, Boss Blue Warp song is Elegy of
Elegy.
Emptiness. Eggs are not required as long as that last boss key's not behind healing.
What a bummer. I was hoping to see some eggs.
All right, let's see if we get anything good from this fish. Nope.
Nope. Excellent music for the princess. Definitely one of my favorite tracks.
It is good. The melee version, I think, is the best one.
Yes, without a doubt.
I would laugh if Butler Race has both of our big keys.
Could you imagine?
All right, those are chews.
Not that it really matters, because he'll find out soon enough, but Pixel doesn't know if we need eggs or not yet.
Oh yeah, Pixel still needs to pick up Chimera Mask and do Rosa Sisters for Icona access too.
Correct. Don't they have Chimera Mask?
I think Pixel has it, just hasn't turned it in yet, and it can't do it now because it's night 3, I think.
It looks like they don't have it marked on their tracker, though. I could be wrong.
Oh no, you're right, it's not marked.
Oh, Marco checking another soil here. Oh, right. The constant problem with going to Zora Hall before you have Zora.
Yeah, that's a big problem. All right, Marco is inverting. Yeah, he's gonna clear PF now.
I'm not against swimming to Zora Hall, but I think in these settings, I don't understand it.
All right, and if I recall, there's only 2 or 3 red rupees in this path.
I believe there's only 2.
Yeah, it's not many.
No. Which is why it's incredibly helpful that it's hinted. Because it's where there are all the stumps, and the red rupees are on the right path, where you could take the left or the right.
Okay. Nice room key.
Ooh,
Oops.
Pixel. Oh no.
But yeah, it looks like Marco has found a room key in Pirate's Fortress Exterior. That's about it so far.
Okay, that's a little spicy. Pixel might want to switch to Deku. Yeah. Definitely enjoying the toy box jam here as well. There's one.
Yep, there's the boss key.
And just a piece of heart.
All right, is the Great Bay Temple boss key.
Interesting.
That gets us springtime.
I think it's a safe bet that that's going to be the end. That springtime is just going to give us so many things.
And that means ISTT will lead to ISTT.
Yes.
Have fun full clearing the whole game looking for your Woodfall Temple boss key.
Also a little belated, but happy 2 hours. I gotta say though, we are in kind of a lottery, but only missing one item at just over 2 hours. That's still pretty impressive.
It is actually not that bad, all things considering, because what do we have? Overworld Red Rupees, Keaton Grass, which was very important today. Chest Fairies and Big Key reward, not Big Key, Great Fairy rewards.
Mm-hmm. Red Rupees.
Long Quest, which ended up being irrelevant. Full Key Sanity and Soils.
It looks like Marco is doing eggs.
So yeah, the only other place Woodfall Temple basically can't be is Fisherman Game.
Right. I wonder if Marco is just banking on this seed being fully cursed. That it really could be behind a healing check. I mean, if we get a Pamela seed this early into the brackets, it would be very exciting.
I believe at this time we should be able to open a bed for the Woodfall Temple boss key as well.
True.
Well, looks like so far this Pirate's Fortress has been pretty trash.
Yeah. Oh, that is true. Marco doesn't know about Elegy yet. Also, to answer a question for chat, there's no entrance randomizer, but the dungeons are randomized. That is the only option we have for mystery.
Marco may have just actually been bailed out courtesy of bees. As he has found a Snowhead Temple small key.
That is unbelievably fortunate.
Oh yeah, also just check the overworld reds in, or wait, are those normally recovery hearts? Or are those reds in PF Interior? Those 3 checks.
Those are the 3 recovery hearts
Okay.
that can be randomized. But not right now, I guess.
All right, well, we are going to see the end of this this dungeon and springtime, so let's see how this plays out.
Also, no Fierce Deity to help out our runners, which, given how many checks we've had, I'm sort of surprised we haven't seen it.
All right, step right out. Bet all your coins in a game against this fish.
Ooh, not quite getting that 3rd hit. Oh, never mind. Well,
That is a big chest in sewers.
I will say, Seedbot seems to love sewers recently.
It does.
A lot of the seeds I've done recently.
It's funny you say that, though, because literally our first seed of the tournament, we had Pirates Fortress Interior Foolish with I believe with hit checks enabled.
Oh, wow.
It was either hit checks or something else that really increases PF Interior's worth.
Either the hit checks or the recovery hearts.
It
Those can
definitely
both
wasn't
really...
It definitely wasn't
or
recovering.
crates as well.
Yeah, there were crates. Nice, completely irrelevant letter to Cafe. Camera? Okay. But yeah, all of our hints were pretty much early, so yeah, Pixel's not grabbing that worthless piece of garbage right now.
Thank goodness. I mean, if we hadn't gotten that as a sometimes hint, that would be absolutely devastating to see.
Especially since it's already final day. All right.
Yeah.
We know that there's no hints remaining behind the gossip stones, unfortunately.
I also don't think anyone... No, they did check Smithy early on.
Okay. There is a Keaton Grass check here as well, which I think that's where Pixel's going.
That's what I'm most excited for.
All right, moment of truth. Oh, also there's an overworld red under the shed.
Yes.
Nice bottle that we don't need anymore. Well, actually, in Pixel's case, that's not too bad. Because Pixel's still looking for stuff and might consider soils. All right, so we got a piece of heart. Oh, those two almost got away. I see the biggest bomb bag.
Ugh.
No boss key.
Wow.
Okay. Oops.
Well, we'll see. Still checking hints just in case. Poor Frog Choir. I think that's what I want to see by the end of this tournament. Just at least one Frog Choir.
All right, Marco is going back to Woodfall Temple.
Well, now that they have that small key, they can actually full clear Snowhead. And then they'll catch right up to Pixel. The only difference is they have Garrow in tow.
So yeah, it looks like Marco was just spooked by Zero Key Snowhead, and that's why he didn't clear it on his first pass.
I'll be fair. I don't know how to zero key Snowhead.
Oops.
Yeah, very unfortunate bonk there.
I mean, I've seen crazier bonks. I've seen somebody bonk off the bridge and get thrown into the seam out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
In a GDQ, no less.
My favorite are the infinite bonks that happen in the well.
Oh dear.
Springtime did us dirty.
We are coming up on that, aren't we? That's Saturday. Or not Saturday, Sunday. That starts Sunday.
I'm sorry, what does?
AGDQ.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
very
Sunday.
exciting.
All right, so Pixel's going to go re-pick up the
Interesting.
land, turn in the swamp title deed. Because, yeah, that's right. Pixel's currently at deed percent.
He doesn't want to pick up that land title deed first?
I think
maybe he was
Pixel's
the one
already
that...
turned it in.
Yes. I was thinking of Marco.
So yeah, we are looking for the Woodfall Temple boss key, and it could be literally anywhere.
Except Woodfall Temple.
Unfortunately, that doesn't isolate much.
Right.
I think there's also some intricacies because of the whole Woodfall Temple foolish and a song on boss Blue Warp is another thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, because a dungeon is foolish. So Woodfall Temple can't be the first clearable dungeon because it's foolish. So
it
has to be behind Elegy. So it's got to be somewhere in Stone Tower Temple.
Interesting. Oh.
So yeah, it's either the 3 chests in Stone Tower or just in Stone Tower Temple somewhere. And we know of at least 2 keys, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Mm-hmm. Also, to answer a question in chat, I believe boss key can be on other bosses.
Well, wouldn't that be something else if it was on Twin Mold?
I know. I'd love to see it, personally.
We just found another Stone Tower Temple boss key on the Mountain Title Deed turn, and I think that's actually all 4 of our Stone Tower Temple small keys.
Yeah.
If not, at least 3.
It's a shame Pixel can't go there yet, though. Giving Keaton another... Nope. Giving Keaton nothing. There he goes. Yeah, put the mask on right after they had cleared the grass.
Can you excuse me a minute?
Sure. While Pixel gives us the dramatic walk away from Keaton. So to catch people up in chat, we have Red Rupee Overworld Shuffle, boss keys and small keys anywhere, soil rewards, Great Fairy rewards, and dungeon entrance randomizer. And long quests, but the long quests ended up being pretty useless. And chest fairies. But they did check the North Clocktown Ferry pretty quickly. And I'm a little bummed that didn't turn out to be much. And I'm assuming Marco is going to get their boss key before they're reset. Because at this point, they're not going to be able to go through 3 temples, even if they did get all the keys. This is excellent race music, though. Yes, so in Rando, they programmed it so that Mask of Truth, when you have that in your inventory, the gold dog will always win. Basically, in the original game, you have each of the dogs are set for a certain speed, but then one of the dogs has like 0.5 speed faster than the other, and one dog has 0.5 slower than the others. So in those settings, blue dog always has the 0.5 slower, and gold dog will always have 0.5 faster. And now Marco gets to catch back up to Pixel. I'd say that finding this GBT boss key is going to even things up pretty well. Even giving Marco a slight lead with that Garrow. Yeah, chat's also right. I'm very excited to see this. A frustration punch.
All right, I'm back. Did we miss anything?
Nothing too exciting. Marco just got their GBT boss key. Pixel got another bottle from Dog Race. And I believe just finished up Bank 3, which was Choose.
All right, well, Marco has immediately soared to Stone Tower here, so I think he's connected the dots here. Or is thinking about it. Yeah, he's going straight in. So I think Marco has the knowledge here.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have the time.
Well, this would be the equivalent of he's inverted. So this would be as if the night of the final day just started.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it really just depends where that boss key is.
Because after this, it's because after this, that would be Second Remains, and then it would be Go Mode GBT and Go Mode Woodfall Temple.
Right. But I mean, Go Mode GBT takes a good amount of time.
It does, yeah. Go Mode GBT takes about 6 hours normally.
Yeah, in game.
This is gonna be a little tight.
I mean, personally, I think it'd be safer to go in there, grab your boss key, and then reset. But I am also not a top racer. It also looks like Pixel may be missing a very fortunate Foolish.
Yeah,
very unfortunate.
Yeah, I have no idea why he's doing this.
I hope he's not wondering why all these chests are bad. I mean, there is a possibility, though, that they find Gibdo in here. Because we know that Garrow is already in access, so Gibdo is technically a foolish item. Well, at least we get to see one frog fight. It also looks like Marco made the safe call to reset before going straight back to stone. Nope, Snowhead. The Marrow Mask was the sunken chest on the way to Zora Hall. I don't remember where the Woodfall Temple Foolish Hint was. I would assume one of the checks in Ranch, because those did come pretty late, and I don't know if Pixel checked all of them. To answer one of the questions in chat, the average time of these races can be anywhere from like an hour to 4, maybe even 5 hours, depending on the settings. There was one race that we had a little bit before Christmas where boss remains were anywhere, and someone was able to find all of them in under an hour. But then you also have some where it's, full song sanity, boss remains anywhere, and you get required songs as a boss reward item. So they can really be all over the place.
Also, I'm just noticing Marco busted out of Stone Tower.
Yeah, opted to go for GBT instead.
Oh, you know what he did? He ended up doing. He wants to clear the dungeons, and not run the risk of moon crashing. So
yes.
He cycle reset it after hitting the owl.
It is interesting. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah, boss remain shuffle is probably the most interesting setting that we can have here. It can make things unbelievably terrifying or incredibly easy, depending on where everything is. Marco giving us a couple little shield spams there. Yes, Fierce Deity Anywhere is another one of my favorite settings. I have no idea what it does to logic. There are articles you can read about that. But the reason it's my favorite is just because when I first started, that was one of the settings I would always put on. Just because it was so much fun running around everywhere and trying not to break the game whenever you go to Observatory. I'm so sorry, Section. That seems like a horrible curse. I gotta say, I really have my fingers crossed for Pixel to find something helpful in here at the very least. As I mentioned, like, what feels like eons ago, he's not going to find any required items, but it is possible he finds something helpful. Even though, at this rate, it's really not seeming likely. But fire arrows at least make for a very fast full clear. So to answer another question in chat, we have CSMC on, which is chest size matches contents. So basically, if a chest does not have gold trim, our runners are not going to be opening them, especially at this point in the game. If a chest has gold trim, that means that it's some kind of good item, like a mask or basically a mask at this point. Mask or a boss key, which is what we're really looking for right now. So if it doesn't have gold trim, it's just going to be rupees, a piece of heart, some kind of refill. Oh, and Pixel is finally going to get their hint here. So chest size does mean something. Not in terms of helpful or not helpful, but you can have large gold trim chests and small gold trim chests. So small ones are trade items. So that's like your pieces of paper, a room key, basically something that once you go back to the first cycle or your first day, you wouldn't have anymore. But at this point in the race, I know that both of our runners are definitely stressing. Ugh, and neither of them having access to wart. I personally would be very stressed.
Ooh, yeah.
There was one
Sorry,
qual and... No, that's fine.
Oh, void out on the
Marco.
turnkey.
Oh, no. So I guess that means all of our Great Fairy rewards are not helping us.
Not this time.
I do really like that setting, though.
Unfortunately, it is too late for Pixel to check that Camaro mask. It's going to have to be done next cycle.
Yep. Oh, but he is going to check all-night mask purchase.
He's going to check it, but this is Snowhead Temple Small Key.
Oh, God.
We've had access to that since the first cycle.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. I just need a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in just a sec.
Sure. Oh, that is not good. Not a good angle for the bomb jump. Yeah, Marco's having a couple of mild difficulties this GBT. Nothing extreme, but definitely has got to be sweating a bit, knowing that the key lock for Snowhead Temple has probably sent him back a little bit. But yeah, now Marco's in the green room, so yeah, he should be done with this GBT pretty soon. And there's the realization. So yeah, now Pixel has Icona access. Now let's see if he connects the dots on the logic too regarding everything behind Elegy.
All right, did I miss any boss keys?
Nope. Pixel did just get Garo Mask, though.
Yes. And they're checking that couple's mask, which we have not seen yet.
Yeah, although this can't be the key.
No.
All right, looks like Pixel is going to finish up Great Bay Temple here.
I mean, not a bad idea. Just save yourself time while you're out searching for this last key.
We've been in this key hunt for like almost an hour now.
Yeah. But hey, as is the world of Rando.
Yeah.
So Pixel's already done it, but he's probably looking for some kind of springtime check, possibly even Goron race.
I'm thinking Goron race.
Yeah. Pixel did check the Great Fairy reward. They checked that early on, I think before they even saw that it was GBT, or maybe it was right after.
Yeah, unfortunately, Marco's not going to find, as we already seen from Pixel, anything of importance in this springtime.
Yeah. Which, honestly, kind of surprising. Just with the amount of checks that springtime gives us in these settings. Nice, nice. Good jump slash.
This music exactly personifies the show we're looking right now, trying to find this last key.
I honestly don't know what this music is, which is weird given how much I hear it in Rando.
It's the Game Guy minigame music from Mario Party 1.
Oh my god. It sounds so saucy to me for some reason.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know what Georg was doing back there.
Is that the underbelly strat?
I don't know.
It seemed like he could only hit him from below.
Actually, wait. Game Guy's Mario Party... Is Game Guy Mario Party 3? Yeah, Game Guy is 3, excuse me. Not 1. Because, yeah, Game Guy kind of had a gold-plated face mask. Because of the way the N64 handled it.
I do miss those N64 Mario Party games. Interesting. Marco going... Oh, for a bean for Stone Tower. That makes absolute sense.
Absolutely, yeah. Because there's every chance that the Woodfall Big Key could just be chilling on that top of the tower.
Absolutely.
I think what we're gonna see Marco do is just invert the tower now and just hope that it's there in inverted, so that way he can just completely finish up.
Oh no, Pixel. Oh no. Oh no!
What's the matter?
Oh no! Pixel just grabbed Letter to Cafe and now he's warping out. Oh, okay. At least he's gonna activate springtime. That's something, at least.
I was about to say, you can't warp... Well, luckily you can't warp out.
Yeah.
Oh, that... Pixel was only grabbing the Letter to Cafe, but we know that's long dead.
I know. Oh, no. This is why I take extensive notes when I race. Oh, man, you hate to see it.
Oh, and it's morning day too, so Pixel could totally turn that in. It's gonna be 2 green rupees and I think a heart piece. All right, well, okay.
I don't even think it was a heart piece. I thought it was like a refill.
Okay. Luckily, Beneath the Well is foolish. On the flip side,
oh no.
On the flip side, Letter to Mama has not been ruled out yet.
And a Letter to Mama that Marco can absolutely do. Oh, that is disgusting.
If we find a Romani mask in here, that is a disaster waiting to happen right now. Because now you have to literally you'll have to save Scummit.
Yeah. I thought that Marco picked up Cafe mask.
It's definitely been it's popped up.
We've definitely seen it. They don't have it marked on their track, or Pixel picked it up.
Yeah, Pixel picked it up. I'm just trying to remember where it was.
I don't remember. I feel like we've been here for years.
Oh, Zoe Grotto, that's right, because we didn't have explosives early.
Yes, and Pixel used the keg to do that. And I thought it was such a strange choice, but this really might work in their favor. Wow, and Marco taking a hard risk on it, too.
Yeah, just literally zipping to day 3 immediately.
Yeah.
At the very least, after clearing the dungeon, this will still be at least a third remains under your belt.
Right.
So then when the time comes, it's literally just zip through Woodfall Temple and go to the boss.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, we don't know if Letter to Mama is going to have the boss key anyway.
Yeah, we know that it's in a location, it's in the neighborhood where where the progression for the boss key needs to be, because we know it has to be behind Elegy.
But I mean, you're looking at one of the most check dense dungeons we got.
Unfortunately.
I mean, to me, I don't like Stone Tower Temple, not because it's check dense, but because the checks are very obnoxious.
Oh yeah, the fire ring chest?
Yep. Anything getting to the light arrow chest and beyond.
And what's worse is light arrow chests can be hinted by the Garros.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't hate the fact that that Marco didn't go for the Garrows, just because you'd already done so much at that point. I don't know how far the hints could have helped. Like, yes, they're always helpful, but when you're that far into a seed, I don't know.
All right, here's the ice switch, and it's nothing.
No good. Oh, we're gonna activate that one. Won't have access to it right now, though.
All right, so Pixel grabbed the Ocean Title Deed. This is going to be to turn it in on the trip to Icona.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's another big gilded chest. If this is Romani's mask,
yeah,
then we have a potential disaster on our hands.
Oh my god.
Oh, and it's final night!
Oh.
What is happening here?
One of the worst items he could have gotten. Right after skipping to day 3, or night 3, even worse.
That's going to be even more insulting if the boss key's just chilling in the front of uninverted Stone Tower Temple. It's not here either.
I mean, I think all of our runners always go inverted first. So I don't think that Pixel would make a different decision here anyway. Regardless of which side it ends up being on. Yeah, just gonna go peek that boss key chest. Nothing.
All right, now that Pixel has reset cycle, though, he can get the rest of the Garo hints.
Yes.
Which it looks like that's exactly what he's doing.
Just continuing to speak things into existence.
All right, let's see. Ice arrow chest is dead. Wrong arrow chest, but thanks anyway.
It's still nice to know.
Oh, that's another gilded
chest.
That's another one.
One of them did shrine. I believe it was Marco.
Madame Roman Bar is dead. That is a great hint.
Well, not that Marco has access to it anyway. Oh man, this is stressful.
For all the wrong reasons, too. We're looking for a boss key.
Yeah. And Marco has 2 time-sensitive items.
Yeah, on one end, luckily Madame Aroma Bar is dead. So
yeah.
He no longer has to go out of his way for that cafe mess. Midnight Meeting. I don't know if Midnight Meeting has been ruled out. It couldn't be Midnight Meeting anyway because of, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, Pixel. Maybe they're just going for the grotto.
Maybe, but it's more likely he's going to do Shrine. Unless he's also pieced together the Elegy logic.
Maybe.
Which still wouldn't make sense if he was checking the grotto. But yeah, Marco's re-inverting back to uninverted Stone Tower Temple. And there are big chests still in there, so...
One right at the beginning, too.
So it's either Postman's Freedom, Grandma Stories, or
the soil.
Or the soil, or
Marco's
just on
not
Twin
going
Mold.
for the chest? There was a gold trim chest right in that first room.
Huh. Oh, I hope he's not banking on it being these other two things, because there could be there could be just all bait behind the stuff we have seen. All right, so now Marco's going to burn one of those small keys.
Yep.
Oh, he's found it. What a relief. What a relief for Marco.
Wow.
That is go mode.
Oh my god.
And you know what? Now
seed.
Marco's time of day is just perfect now.
Yeah.
Wow, what a scare that was.
Yeah.
That could have been so bad.
Jeez. Yeah, going right back to the owl. Oh yeah, who won the bet?
So it was in the Armos room.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is go mode for Marco. So yeah, this is absolutely his race now.
Yeah. I mean, Pixel's going to spend a lot of time finishing up Shrine. They both have 2 temples to go.
So yeah, it looks like it looks like the bottleneck that Marco was slowed down by was the Snowhead Temple small key. And
Yeah.
Pixel, I just think, just didn't catch the logic on Foolish Woodfall with Elegy.
Right. I mean, Pixel got held up by quite a few things.
Yeah, late Zora Mask, for one thing. Marco was a little late to Deku Mask as well as Ice Arrows, but thankfully that ended up not being the worst thing in the universe, since they're both kind of got the same go mode, and they both needed Ice Arrows for that go mode anyway.
Yeah.
Incoming. Yeah, we did get surprise small keys anywhere.
Yes. That was a really good reflect. Pixel was really taking advantage of that mirror shield.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that, actually.
Well, today I learned.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to answer what's going on in chat. It is possible that some runners have, little hiccups here and there with some bosses, but they both have a bunch of hearts and double defense, so I don't think either of them are going to go down at all. No fairies required here or anything.
Oh yeah, and something else that chat brings up is that apparently the big key chest was visible from the Wizrobe fight room in ISTT.
Okay, so that's why Marco just skipped that first one altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not to mention, it would have been textured for the boss key if it was the boss key anyway.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, I saw the chest already and noticed it was the boss key chest. So yeah, big sigh of relief there, because they could have there were literally like a few other checks that could have now been just thrown into the mix at the last second.
Yeah. I do also agree with chat. I love CSMC.
Yeah, CSMC really has come into play here. This both the last tournament and this one.
Yeah. I think more than anything else, it just helps us speed up a lot of these seeds.
All right, Marco
very
with some
nice twin mold.
Indeed, Marco had some good accuracy there.
Yeah. And there was that Romani mask.
Oh my god!
Excellent job, Seed. Excellent job.
Why?
CSMC stands for chest size matches contents. So it basically tells us like what chests we actually need to open or not.
I don't call this on purpose! All Night Mask small key was hinted. That's crazy.
Wow. I mean, would have been helpful for Marco, but not so much now. Oh man. Having the DuckTales theme bring us out here.
But we're not on the moon yet.
I know. We're gonna be soon. Also, Pixel going to more foolish places.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, I guess Pixel didn't write down the foolishes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Chad was mentioning earlier, the only one written down was
the Road to Ikana.
Road to Ikana, yeah. But yeah, on the flip side though, Woodfall Temple go mode with the boss key already is literally just run to the door.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically all dungeons with the boss key, but...
Yeah, this one's going to be very straightforward. I don't think Marco needs to invert or anything. They'll be perfectly fine. Especially with Great Fairy Sword. Probably going to go for a stun lock.
Alright, we've got Fisherman Game is a piece of heart. These guardians are so good. I'm so glad these were implemented.
I looked away for literally a second, and Odal was already dead.
Surprise!
More bow refills helpful.
Nah, Marco's got 40 shots. He's fine.
Marco's still very on track to sub 3 hours this.
And that was after looking for the Woodfall Temple boss key for an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
it is
I
really
was-
amazing how long it feels. But I mean, with these racers and the quality of their runs, it still ends, faster than most.
All right, so I believe these two, and as chat brings up, they have already scheduled their round 2 match, and it is going to be this Sunday. So yeah, we should mention, PixelShake is not down and out yet. This is a best of 3, so he does have a chance to take a W in the next round and force a game 3.
Yeah. And this was by no means an easy race for Marco. Pixel is definitely going to give him a run for his money on the next one, too.
Oh, yes. I mean, to be fair, both runners have had some nice performances on the execution front today.
Absolutely. But I think it's kind of good that, they have about 2 days until their next race. Gives a little bit of time for practice, kind of review things.
Indeed.
I also strongly agree with Chad. I would love to see a round 3.
I just generally like to see good games.
Yes.
Round 2s, round 3s, it don't matter.
Exactly. I just want to see rounds, as many as possible. I'm glad someone is happy it's Friday, but I unfortunately work weekends, so I am not as happy that it's Friday.
I know how that feels. I do know how that feels.
Feels bad, man.
It's not the worst in the universe, because then your weekend
No.
days, the rest of the world is operating, so you can conduct other business.
Exactly. It's nice to have some weekdays off if you have, like, appointments or something.
Precisely. In the meantime, no issues so far from Marco on Majora, though is electing to...
He's running
That's a
away a
lot.
bit.
Yeah.
Using arrows. I don't think he meant to hit Majora with 2 arrows.
I think that meant to be a sort of secondary stun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least for me, best move there is just the spin attack and just make him trip when he tries to run again. All right. See how quick.
Oh,
Ooh.
getting a little stun locked.
Unfortunate.
And that is GG to Marco. He will finish in first
GG's.
place with an official race time GG time of 2:56.58. GG's to Marco. Now, I already did take a quick peek in the race time room. Marco will not be joining us for an interview, but will proceed to be 1-0 going into the second round versus PixelShake.
That was very well done. Especially for such a difficult race.
And on that note, we are joined in the booth by PixelShake. GG to you.
Thank you. What a seed.
Indeed.
So I'm certain that I missed Foolish Hints, considering I only had one. My guess is Woodfall Temple.
That's an excellent guess.
Secret Shrine, maybe? Because Secret Shrine had nothing.
Nope. Bottom of the well, or beneath the well, was the third
Where the hell was
Foolish.
Gibdo then?
Gibdo was top of Stone Tower.
Oh, right, okay.
in one of the chests there.
So Gara needed from Way of the Hero on Kamara there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, and the what actually slowed Marco down?
Very nice game crash.
We just saw you weird shot crash.
Yeah,
Or was
I'm
it a
too good
Hess
at weird
crash?
shots, and I can never get the crashes anymore.
Anywho, Marco's big hiccup was he was not comfortable, or at least we assume not comfortable, with zero key Snowhead Temple.
Oh, I see.
And when we soon learned that it was in fact full key sanity, oh geez, that's when the fireworks
Yeah.
really started. Oh, so
That came quite late, actually. Didn't see a single key for ages, except the boss keys. And then I was like, oh, okay, so maybe it's, keysy or small keys in dungeon or... But then I saw the Snowhead small key, what was it, in mountains or something, and I was like, oh, okay.
Lens Cave. That's the one you got.
Yeah.
The other two keys were on All Night Mass purchase, which I think you saw. I'm trying to
Yes,
remember
I
what
did.
the other one was that Marco checked. It was like something getting rewarded for something, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Right. Hookshot chest
chest.
in Pirate's
Oh, God.
Fortress
I didn't even
interior.
go. I took a huge gamble and just didn't go west.
Mm-hmm.
We were wondering why you both took a long time to go west and south. Both of you took a while to follow the Deku Mask to Deku Palace.
Yeah, the Deku Mask delay was probably the most interesting for me.
I think for me it was because I was just looking at the Way of the Hero locations and where Deku was situated, considering it was a Sphere Zero hook, and it just didn't seem like right at that time. I was like, okay, I've got a powder cake here that's Way of the Hero. I obviously know that songs are in song locations, so I should probably push that a bit further. And then it was Great Bay Temple, and I didn't have the boss key anyway.
Yeah, although you might be glad you didn't end up full clearing Stone Tower Temple, because guess what other bait was in there?
What was I missing? Like, Letter to Mama could have been in there. I found Cafe's mask. I didn't do that, though. I was looking at Midnight Meeting the whole time going, probably Romani mask and, All Night mask? They're the only three, really annoying ones.
Literally all three of those were in Stone Tower Temple. Romani mask was actually on Twin Mold.
Where was the BK? Because I was going to go inverted chest and then clear inverted first.
It was on the Armos, in the Armos room. Marco actually saw it doing the Wizrobe fight.
So yeah, cool, nice. You would go... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Doing inverted and then seeing if anything's there, but then just do uninverted after. But yeah, you would be able to peek the chest right there.
Yes, with especially the texture matching contents for the boss key, it's pretty easy to just see that, go past all the other gold trim that he found along the way.
Yes, speaking of CSMC, I completely forgot it was on. For the first half an hour, I'm just opening every chest.
Yeah, that is the nice
that.
thing about these mystery settings.
Yes, and I remember it's on now. But that's fine. It seems like it was pretty close, so that's good. It means game 2 will be probably a bit better. Because I started this at 1 a.m.
Oh my god, you started at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. now.
Yikes.
I was supposed to say, you're in Australia, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're U.S. Northeast here, so we came up at 9 in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah. When we were organizing the times, Marco and I both agreed that we do a 1 a.m. slot each. So his 1 a.m.'s next time.
Yeah, that's Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very fair of you guys.
But yeah, I think you're both gonna definitely. You both have learned lessons today for sure, and you're both gonna definitely take those into game 2.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure after this, Marco is going to think about zero key Snowhead Temple.
Oh yeah, especially if you got fires there. Doing that shot with just a normal bow without fire arrows on that door in front is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've got fire arrows, yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, shoutouts to not having to do eggs today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. But then I started getting 4 bottles, and I was like, I'm gonna get up here into egos, and it's gonna be healing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
also,
the worst luck would have been a required healing on eggs.
That's what, yeah. And I was sitting there thinking the whole time, even though I've got OT, if I go clear Stone Tower Temple, and there's nothing there, I have to go and do eggs.
Mm-hmm.
The Keaton grass was interesting right off the bat, and then finding magic on Tingle, so that then you have to. Well, I mean, you don't have to because Snowhead ended up having spin attack, but sitting there and single spinning Keaton grass.
Yup.
yeah. Actually,
That tripped up both you and Marco a couple times.
something else that slowed well, I wouldn't say slowed Marco down, but was an interesting thing of note is that Marco never bought ice arrows until pretty much after picking up the Great Bay Temple boss key.
Yeah, he
Might have
grabbed it in
peeked
Akana.
I mean, it wasn't exactly hard to get money anyway. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that. It was that Marco just didn't go west early. Marco didn't go west for a long time and just flat out skipped Tingle on his first pass through Great Bay. And ended up, buying, as you mentioned earlier, Painapple bought the ice arrows in Icona.
Mm-hmm. While checking no Garo hints.
I mean, if you're only looking for one thing at that point, why not?
Exactly.
Yeah, although it was interesting because you had gotten the Madame Roma and Bar hint, which was something that Marco did not get Cafe Mask, so he would not have been able to check that.
And I think you saw that check right after he had grabbed Letter to Mama at Stone Tower.
Cafe Mask was Zoe Grotto, wasn't it? I got it with Keg.
Yeah, you
So
got
they
it with
had
an
bombs for
improvised.
ages.
Yeah, bombs. I mean, with the bottle being on the straw roof chest, turns out soils were very early in Logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got your Goron Mask from the grass and then you went to ranch with it, yeah, absolutely. You'll see, you would have seen when I was doing the spin and I got the Goron Mask, I think it was like, afternoon of day 3 or something. I look at ranch and then I just turn around and walk away.
Yup.
So I'm like, I got Keg. I'll just go there next time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we saw Marco do something similar.
Yeah, we were
Well,
definitely pretty
thank
sure
you,
you were going to head there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks, guys. This was fun.
Indeed.
Thank you.
All right. I have no further questions. Painapple, anything from you?
No, I'm all set.
Well then, seems like it's my turn to get into the spotlight.
Thanks, man.
GG's Shake. That was a very close race.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of a horrendous seed like I'm used to roll them.
Yes.
Thank you to Marco and Shake for allowing us to restream that race. To Nero and Section for the tracking they did, and for the amazing commentary from Captain and Painapple. Very on point, and besides missing some stuff that the trackers reminded everyone, went alright. Right next on CSR, we have the Season 6 of Ocarina of Time Standard Tournament Randomizer. The winner's bracket round 1 between Chuckles and Exodus, which will be on the SR, so on the SR, on this channel I meant. So yeah, if you like Ocarina of Time, then feel free to check that. Otherwise, later today there's Wind Waker any percent Wave Crush, so no manual super swim, which is in 3 hours. So yeah. Besides that, today it's not a lot of things. I mean, yeah, there's OT coming up in a few hours. 2 hours I said, I think. If I know my time zones. Alrighty, quick shout out again for our runners and commentators and trackers. If the bot can be a bit faster. And yeah, this is all for Zelda Speedruns. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and bye-bye.